We begin tonight with a crack in a 30-year-old cold case as a man accused of stabbing another man to death in Pacific Beach faced a judge for the first time today. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Carlo Cicchetto.
And I'm Steve Price. That stabbing happened near Tourmaline Beach back in 1994. News 8's Alex Cheney was at today's arraignment. Joins us now live with more. Alex.
And guys, this is a really interesting cold case because, as you said, this is over 30 years old. And so what happened is that they were able to use new DNA technology to find some evidence of that DNA on some of the older evidence from this case. And then those new charges were made.
Matter People versus Jeffrey Brandenburg.
In downtown court today, 50-year-old Jeffrey Brandenburg pled not guilty to charges of murder and personal use of a deadly weapon, a knife. The judge ordered us not to show you his face. On January 2nd, 1994, the deputy district attorney says the victim was stabbed on the sand at Tourmaline Beach and was able to walk to his car before eventually bleeding out. The DA says new DNA technology was able to find traces of Brandenburg's DNA on several pieces of evidence, which led to his arrest by SDPD with help from the FBI.
So those types of things can result in solving some cases that we had dead ends on before. Law enforcement was not able to match that DNA.
In court today, the DA said the two men were initially strangers until there was some type of argument, and then the attack happened. Brandenburg was 18 at the time of the alleged murder. Brandenburg is now 50 and homeless, living near Santa Clara. The DA wanted him to be held with no bail or $2 million bail. However, the judge ruled to release him on supervised own recognizance.
I made my arguments in court, and we respect the court's decisions, even if we see it differently.
The conditions for Brandenburg's release are he cannot possess any knives or firearms, a waiver of his Fourth Amendment rights, he can be searched at any time. He must wear a GPS monitor. He's not allowed to leave San Diego County without permission from the court, and he is not allowed to use any illegal drugs.
Now, the DA did say that Brandenburg does have a record. However, it is misdemeanors and all are nonviolent offenses. He is due back in court for his preliminary trial on July 28th. Reporting live, I'm Alex Cheney, News 8.
Alex, thanks for the update there. A 33-year-old man is charged with murder and arson after two people were found dead inside a burning San Marcos home. Investigators say Luis Alvarado was arrested Saturday night after flames tore through the home on Lacebark Street where he had been staying. Two bodies were recovered inside. Neighbors tell us the victims were a well-loved older couple who lived there and that there had been concerns about Alvarado before the fire. He's expected in court later this week. Tonight, we are learning an arrest has been made in a crash in Chula Vista where two people were killed after their Jeep went off a bridge and landed in a river below. Happened early yesterday morning. CHP investigators say a Volkswagen rear-ended a Jeep on the route from SR 54 to southbound I-5, sending that Jeep off the road and into the Sweetwater River. You see it there. The Jeep fully submerged. First responders pulled two people out, but both of them unfortunately died at the scene. The Volkswagen's driver was taken into custody and is now facing a DUI charge.
TSA workers are back in good spirits at San Diego International Airport and across the nation after they finally received their first paycheck since a partial government shutdown began last month. We're told more of their back pay should be coming through tomorrow. President Trump signed an executive order Friday authorizing emergency pay for TSA workers who had been working without pay since Valentine's Day. Nearly 500 officers quit nationwide during that stretch. But today, lines are moving at San Diego International, where passengers who showed up early bracing for chaos found something very different.
I'm pleasantly surprised. I actually feel like they're organized. My son and I are going to Boston, and we are very confident that everything's going to be fine today.
If you're flying this week, officials still recommend arriving a little earlier than usual.
For more than 2 decades, March 31st has officially been designated Cesar Chavez Day here in California. But this year, after allegations of sexual abuse against the civil rights leader, state leaders have pulled his name from the holiday, and San Diego County is following that lead.
Cesar Chavez has everything from schools and streets to college campus buildings named after him across our county. But now, with allegations of sexual abuse leveled against the civil rights icon who died more than 30 years ago, agencies are quickly distancing themselves from his name.
obviously what we have heard is very, very disturbing. And if an organization, a city, a school wants to remove Cesar Chavez's name, I would respect their decisions.
Tomorrow is Cesar Chavez Day, but check out this press release from the city of Chula Vista, now calling it the Farm Workers Day holiday. San Diego City also put out a release about closures tomorrow, but simply omitted Chavez's name. They're waiting for a council vote to make a name change official. Here in Chicano Park, this mural dedicated to Cesar Chavez was unveiled in 2015, but as you can see, somebody has now covered up his face. It's not clear what's going to happen to the mural, if he'll simply be painted out of it or if the whole thing will be covered up. At Cal State San Marcos, a statue of Chavez has already been removed. Southwestern College canceled its annual Cesar Chavez breakfast, and San Diego Unified says his name will be pulled from the elementary school in Southcrest.
The name change is necessary. We're talking about allegations of abuse of children, and we cannot honor that name when we're a school district.
San Diego isn't alone. Across the state, there are libraries, student centers, and national monuments dedicated to the man who fought for workers and immigrant rights. All are considering name changes, but there is hope that what he fought for doesn't also disappear.
Any movement is much larger than any particular leader, icon, symbol, representative, and so on and so forth.
All right, the Padres are back in action tonight, and I have a question for you. Are you a glass half full guy or half empty?
Half full. It's just started. The season just started. They look fine.
The glass half empty guy would say this follows a series opening loss. I say they're on a one-game win streak.
There you go. First pitch for this one, they're starting a win streak is what they're doing. First pitch is less than an hour from now as the Friars face the San Francisco Giants. Jake Ariani joins us now with what's coming up tonight. What's at stake?
3 words for you guys. You ready for it?
Sure. Sweep.
Are you ready?
I was not ready for that.
I was not ready for that at all.
Corn does it way better than I do. Yeah.
Okay.
The Padres. This will all make sense in just a moment if you don't know what I'm talking about. But the Padres are back in action tonight after Sunday's day off and that win on Saturday against the Tigers. As you can see, the San Francisco Giants are in town. For more on Mason Miller's electric walkout music, that's where this will make more sense, and a familiar face, our Karthik Venkatraman is down at Petco Park.
The Padres hoping to pick up a win against the Giants today, and if they do so, maybe they're in a safe situation, which would mean closer Mason Miller would enter from the outfield. And if you didn't see his entrance on Saturday, let's give you a little taste. Video of his entrance going viral around the baseball world. Not many closers have an entrance quite like that, but Mason Miller's play surely warrants it. He's that good. We got his reaction about his entrance today in the clubhouse as well as his team's.
It's kind of unexpected, but you know, whether or not you like it, it seems like it's kind of taking off with the social media and all that. So that's a good thing, I think.
I was sitting on the bench next to Manny when all that went down and the lights turned off, and you know, when it was done and the lights turned back on, we just kind of looked at each other and we're like, that was cool.
I sit in the dugout just waiting for him to come out and enjoy the entrance, because that's a really cool entrance, and you know, one of those moments when you turn to a fan.
There was a lot of things going on in my head at that point. I don't even remember the song. I just remember the lights going off. So it's really comforting to put him into the game, put it that way. And he deserves a walkout entrance like that.
And as the Padres get ready to take on the Giants, a familiar face will be here inside Petco Park. Luis Ariz, who now plays for San Francisco, signing a one-year deal in the offseason with them. He played with San Diego in 2024 and 2025, but now with a new team, he's surely going to be motivated to come in here and perform well.
It's a lot of emotional thing today, especially for me. When I'm playing in a team, I feel everybody's a family. And then San Diego Padres last year, and 2024, they are my family. And then now I have another opportunity with San Francisco, and then I just need to come here and then enjoy myself, enjoy the game.
I suspect that he's going to want to take it to us tonight, you know, in this series and prove that we should have signed him back. But we love Luis. He was a great part of our team over the last couple of years, big part of our success. And, you know, maybe there'll be times where we're like, man, wish he was still on our team. But, you know, we got to go with who we got. He's a great player, and it's fun to compete against great players.
First pitch today at 6:40 p.m. here inside Petco Park. Back to you, Jake.
Thank you very much, Karthik. That will end my singing career on television. Hopefully the Padres get a victory tonight.
Let's go. 2 in a row.
I think Arise will probably get at least a hit in this series. What do you think?
It's a good bet.
It's a safe bet.
It's a great safe bet.
Still ahead, a Camp Pendleton Marine is in custody tonight, accused of stealing weapons from the base and then selling them.
Plus, an overdue welcome home more than a half-century later.
And why California state lawmakers are feeling the pressure to regulate artificial intelligence.